everybody, welcome back again, part 2 of the 2-part series on the Guyatone Monsters. As I recounted in my first part, we did the first part on the Guyatone Flip Fuzz Monster. This part will be on the Guyatone Flip Hell Monster. Very rare. I found very little information on this, other than the fact that it was being sold in the same shop as the Fuzz Monster. When I saw that, I went, "What the hell is that?" And I did some searching around. And I saw that there's almost nothing on it, and so I got a really good deal on it. I don't know if I mentioned it in my first video. I got both of these pedals from a Japanese shop. These were Japan only market pedals, and Guyatone went under last year, also known as Tokyo Sound Company. They went bankrupt. So they also have the Metal Monster, which was available to North America. Those you can find around. I'm not doing a video on the Metal Monster. There's already videos on the Metal Monster, but I do have one on the way. I'll be tracing the Metal Monster out as well. This is the Hell Monster, and like all of the Flip series, they incorporate a 12AX7 tube into it, and that's the original tube in there. These all came stock with Sovtech tubes. I haven't played around with this one to see if a different tube would make it sound different. Probably will though, because it made a difference in the Fuzz Monster. I got these from a Japanese shop, and really good prices. The pedals are for some reason cheaper over there than here. At least these were. Maybe not all pedals, but these were. And considering that Guyatone no longer is around, they're only going to increase in value. The Metal Monster, which was available to the North American market, was distributed by Godlike. They distributed, I believe, 3 or 4 of the Flip pedals. I don't know if all the rest were all meant for the Japanese market, but I managed to round up the 3 monster pedals, which was the Hell Monster, the Metal Monster, and the Fuzz Monster. You also have a tremolo compressor, you have the funky box, an envelope filter, and a bunch of other ones, some overdrive and a bass booster, I believe. Anyway, there's a whole series of them, and they all featured the 12AX7 tube in them. This one here, like I said, is really rare. I believe this one is destined more for the low-end metal player. By low-end, I mean drop tuning. The controls, again, it has silent switching. All of these Flip pedals, they don't use batteries. These are all powered by 12-volt DC power adapters. The controls on the Hell Monster are distortion, shut. Don't look at me like that. It's the label on the knob. It's called shut. I'll explain it to you afterwards. You have a low and a high tone control, which like exactly the same as on the Fuzz Monster, and output level. Shut is a gate. That's why I think it was destined for the drop tuning metal players, you know, to get that chug chug chug, you know, that really sharp cut. I imagine that this would be really well suited for something like a Randall or a Marshall, or you know, something like a really hot tube amp, a 5150, something like that. This thing would really push it well, and in conjunction with the gate, you know, you can really get that good chop rhythm going. I'm just using an Ampeg G212. It's a solid state amp, but it'll give you an idea of the distortion that this thing can put out, which is it's pretty sweet. It's pretty good. So again, using the same guitar as the part 1 video. There you go. That's the bridge and the neck pickups. So I've got the tones on noon. I'm going to put the shut at 0, level at noon, and distortion at 0. Even with the shut at 0, you can hear it kicking in. Now that I would find annoying. I mean, I want it at 0, so that means I don't want it gating. But again, I think it was a specifically designed pedal for metal players, especially drop tuners that are, you know, get that chunky, you know, that machine gun rhythm going. So you know, they want that gating in between there. But the distortion's nice. The distortion's at 0 right now. Got the low tone on 0. And that's with the tone on low tone on 10. We'll give you a sweep through the high. Very metallic sounding. I'll try the neck pickup. What I'm thinking is that the Metal Monster is probably a very close trace to the Hell Monster, but without the gate. I've listened to a couple of videos, and I think the Metal Monster is more wide open. You don't have that gate feature. So I'll just I'll turn the distortion up to 9 o'clock here. I'll keep the tones at noon, and then we'll play with the shut. So that's what the shut does. It's a gate, and the more you turn it up, when it does gate, the quieter it is. If I turn it right up, I've got everything right up. You know, oh. If you listen, I don't know if you'll be able to hear the hiss of the amp over the camera. So there you go. I was just rolling the gate back, so or the shut. Anyway, one and the same. So the shut is really a gate for locking out any noise in between when you're you know, chunking along as a metal player. So so I think it would be interesting to have a version of this, which I think the Metal Monster is without the gate on there, but very useful. I mean, for guys that are playing metal, like for a rhythm player, you know, very useful to have that gate built in there. Oh, just dropped my pick. There we go. I'm getting weak in my old age. So we'll play around with a little bit with the distortion. I'm going to put the shut back down to 0. I'll put the distortion to noon, levels at noon, and tones at noon, both of them. Bruise 2 when you turn up the tones. I've got the tones, both of them up to 7 right now. So I'm just going to tweak down the volume a little bit. Okay, treble at noon and low at 7. And it seems also that the distortion control interacts somewhat with the shut. I have the shut on 0, but if I crank up the distortion, it seems to pass over the gate, so you can get a little longer sustain. So you see, I've got the distortion at 3 o'clock now with the shut at 0, and I'm getting like decent sustain as if I didn't have a gate. If we turn the shut all the way up, so the tone controls are decent, just like the Fuzz Monster. You can really dial in a nice metal tone. The distortion is great on it. I really like it. That's distortion's maxed out now. So the shut control is actually very effective. I mean, when you got it dialed up to infinity, there, it really, as soon as you know, kill your output here, it really just, you know, you don't hear anything. So so that's the Hell Monster by Flip, tube power, HM-X model number, Japanese market pedal only, and we'll just play around with it. Good stinging distortion with shut control. There you go. That's it for the Hen's Tooth Cafe. Glad you could make it out. Hope you enjoyed the part 2 in the series on the Guyatone monsters. And you know where to find me. diystompboxes.com. And check it out, and I'll eventually get these traced out, and if you can't buy one, you can always build one. So take care, see you around.